Everyone, and welcome to a new video. And today I want to show you guys something I got from Project Games Retro recently. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard of the Final Fight series. It's one of the top games in the beat 'em up genre. And next to Double Dragon, I would say it's pretty much one of the pioneers. It inspired games like Streets of Rage, and I know a lot of you guys love Streets of Rage. But it's been a long time since Capcom has actually released a new Final Fight game. Now, there's rumors that they're going to release one sometime. Well, at least what I heard, sometime this year or next year, but we don't really know for sure. But that's not stopping people from making hacks of the game. So what I'm showing you guys here is Final Fight Last Round for the Sega Dreamcast. Now, pretty much this is every Final Fight game released, revamped with the Beats of Rage formula. That's a format that they use for beat 'em up games. I talked about that in earlier videos as well, but most of you guys should know what it's about. But pretty much it makes Final Fight a 4-player game, which is really cool, and it adds different characters like characters from Street Fighter pretty much. So there's that, and you could go through all of the Final Fight games from Final Fight the arcade game, the Final Fight the Game Boy Advance game, the Final Fight 3, and a couple other ones I can't remember too well. One of them was actually locked, but I believe they're Hyper Final Fight 1 and 2. Now, what really impressed me about this is that I always thought of Final Fight 2 as being a bland game, just kind of like just something they threw together real fast to kind of apologize for the Final Fight that was on Super Nintendo that was only one player. Well, they added new animations to some of the characters, mainly Carlos, from what I've seen. And instead of his special move being his special move is still the sword, but you can actually do a combo with the sword if you do like a fireball motion. And pretty much from what I've seen of that move, it looks like a new animation, which I think is great. You know, Carlos back on the Final Fight 2 for Super Nintendo was kind of a bland character because his sword was only the special move pretty much, so you never really got to pull it out. But in this game, you can use it in a regular combo, which is really nice. So I thought that was pretty badass. But the thing that really stands out about this game to me is that you're able to play 4 players at the same time, which I think is great. Now, I couldn't show you guys of how 4-player looks on here because I don't have like 4 people to play with, but just to have that option in a beat 'em up game is outstanding, and being able to go through all of the games like this with a 4-player mode is freaking fantastic. So I think this will appeal to a lot of people. Now, the only thing I disliked about this collection so far is that I know a lot of you guys may know that Final Fight 3 is my favorite game in the Final Fight series. It added a lot of cool stuff to it, like the super moves and also the 2-player AI. Well, in this game, on the Final Fight 3, you can't do super moves like you could in that game. So that was one thing I did not like. But playing Final Fight 3 in this version, you don't get any of the slowdown that the Super Nintendo version had. Now, just in case some of you guys might want a physical of this game for the Dreamcast, I got my copy from Project Games Retro. They actually created a manual for theirs, so they went into detail. It's pretty impressive, and they go over all the games in the collection. Now, I'm not sure like if they have a lot of quantities left, but if they are sold out, you can just download this game and burn it to a disc and play it like that. But I wanted to have this version of it, it just feels more authentic. But in the long run, I think a lot of people will enjoy this game. It is a bit repetitive. Sometimes enemies don't die as fast as they should. But if you get a team of people to play this with you, I think it'll be a lot of fun, and definitely something that you could play, hopefully, in the long run. Another thing I want to let you guys know is that Project Games Retro has a couple other projects they're working on right now. 2 of them are PlayStation releases, fan-translated games. One of them is Tales of Fantasia. That got an English translation by fans years ago, but they're making a long box physical release for it that looks really nice. I think a lot of people really like it. And I believe Police Knots is another one they're working on as well. So if you're interested in those games, definitely check out their Instagram. I'll have a link in the description where you guys could check out some of their upcoming releases and just pretty much stay in tune with what they're going to be doing in the future. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have played Final Fight Last Round or if you're going to play it in the future. I'd love to know your thoughts about it. Anyways guys, that's all I got for you in this video. Radical Reggie, and I will see you all later.